Hey everybody, it's Josh with Beard on a Budget. Today we got a little something a little different for you. In the realm of budget work, we've got our own little personal vehicle here, a truck that I've had for quite some time. It's a 2002 Chevy Avalanche. I've had it for right around 20 years, and we're going to do some regular maintenance and stuff on it today. We're going to be doing an axle swap on it. The front CV axles, they go bad from time to time, and one of the budget-friendly things to do is to change it yourself. So we're going to walk through a little bit of how to do it, just a little something different on the channel, kind of keeping with that budget theme of it's a little cheaper most of the time to do it yourself as long as you do it right. And today we're going to walk through how I do it. Is it the right way? Who knows? We'll see. It's not necessarily the way, it's a way. So buckle up, hang in, we're going to change this CV axle. Alright, first and foremost, jack up the vehicle. Always put jack stands under it. You do not want to be under a vehicle without jack stands. Now, we're not necessarily going to be under the vehicle, but we will be working on it, and we don't want it to fall out. Give the center cap a quick little buzz. Now, we did do another couple of parts on this vehicle, and I lost the video to that. It was a corrupted file. I apologize for that, but it was something simple. Just changing the ball joints, tie rods, things like that. I have had this vehicle, like I said earlier. I've had this vehicle a very long time. I love it. It's always been really good to me, and we just had a thing while I was changing the ball joints and tie rods and everything. The CV axle's kind of busted. And, not the axle itself, of course, but the boot busted off of it. Get the tire out of the way. Now, get a little better light on the situation here. Maybe it'll kind of help out. Now, let's see what we have here. As you can see, the old CV axle is already out because when it busted, I went ahead and took it out. But you can see where it the mounting flange and everything. You don't really have a whole lot of room to work with in here. But we're going to try to see if we can find out a nice little way to, kind of get it placed in there without having to take every single thing apart like they want you to do in the in the service manual and everything. The service manual, they want you to take the spindle off the upper ball joints and all that stuff. And well, I don't like to do more work than what I have to, and from the looks of it, I'm going to have to flip that around. Why? I don't like the way that's put in there, but let's go ahead and take these bolts out for the mount for the CV axle. Set those to the side so we can lose them later. Because if you're anything like me, you'll for sure lose them. No matter what you try to do to keep up with them, you'll for sure lose them. Alright, we got our replacement CV axle here. And what I like to do with them, I'll tie a little rod or a little piece of wire onto them just to kind of hold it together, because if you've ever done any of these, you'll know whenever you pull them apart, that bearing will kind of flip out, and then you have to pry it all back. It's just a pain in the butt to get it to seat back in there to kind of squish together. All right, take your axle nut off here. And we're going to have to kind of slide it in place and see if we can wedge it in there without having to take anything at all off. I don't know 100% if we're going to do that or be able to do that, but we're going to try. See if I can get the best angle here on it. I apologize, but it's kind of tight working conditions here. Let's see what we can do. Now, kind of bear hug everything here. Now, all right, well, we kind of got it wedged up in here. We're going to take a baling wire off that we have. It's kind of helping hold all the bearings and everything in place. Now, am I making this a lot harder on myself? That's possible. I've been known to do that. Make things that somewhat should go easy a whole lot harder than they need to be, but like I said, this is a way, not necessarily the way. You know, just giving you some options on what you could do. Get that wire out of there. Slide the axle in place. Squeeze it up in there. And there we go. Now, as you can see, or maybe you can't, I don't know. Everything kind of just falls right in place. Why in the world they want you to take everything apart whenever you can kind of just snake it in there? Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain sometimes to snake it in there, but as you can see, it went. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. But a whole lot easier than taking everything apart and worrying about breaking something and all that. And then all you got to do now is just put your bolts back in to bolt everything down. Now, we got those kind of hand tight. We're going to zip in this axle nut. Make sure it goes in real good and tight. Now, the hub nut is going to be torqued down to 177 foot-pounds. Now, stand by. We'll get to the other side. Get it ready to put the other side of the axle, or the other axle, on. Alrighty, we're on the other side now, driver's side. Let's see if we can get that other CV axle in just as easy as we got the first one in, the passenger side. Let me try to get this light set up good here for you. There we got our CV axle. Let's try to snap. Alright, looks like we're going to have to take the sway bar end link out of this side to get it to clear. Get the ratchet strap, make it a little easier. Okay, now take our ratchet strap. Go around the sway bar a couple times here. See if we can get some pressure off of it. Okay, now got that sway bar end link out of there. Let's get this out of the way. See if this goes a little smoother now. Never fails. Every time you think something's going to go fairly quick and smooth, it'll fight you. Never fails. You really want to find out how hard something can be. Turn the camera on. Everything instantly gets 10 times harder. Now, I believe we got it in there. Now we just got to line up these holes. Put the bolts back in. And then we'll torque everything down. And that'll be job done. We'll find a washer for that. Okay, now see if we can get some of these to work with us here. Most likely they won't, or they'll do that. You just get one to start. It'll kind of hold it in place for the others. That's usually the hard part, getting that first one started. I believe I got it though. Okay. Now let's just get the rest of them in here going, and we'll get to torquing it down. Guys, these small little jobs like this, they get to be kind of a pain sometimes, but also you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself. Nothing bad on mechanic shops. I mean, there's a reason they're around. Some people just aren't mechanically inclined. I mean, I grew up poor, so I had to learn how to do things myself. You know, and it ain't like I'm exactly rich now. I'm rich where it matters. My wife and kid make it to where I'm the richest dude around. And as far as money, no. That's why I'm here doing this myself, Dad, and hopefully I'm helping at least one person out. Teach them to do something they've never done, and if it saves you money, hey, I'm happy. Learn a new skill. Now, let me finish zipping these in, and then we'll get back at it. Alright, now we got that axle in there. Gonna put the axle nut on. Torque this thing down, and then we'll call it good. It'll be a job done. It'll be nice and easy peasy. All there is to it. But I'm gonna wrap this up, and while I am, I just want to say thanks for coming out. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button, but always, most importantly, be kind and tell somebody you love them. Thanks for coming.